opened in 2001. It lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Well, a tough start for both of these teams, still searching for their first one of the season as we get going into week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And the first carry here for Ashton Genty. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
On target to Thornton. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They get 35 out of that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll throw it here on first. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh, it could way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So second down coming up. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script, Brock. Test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Sends this to the end zone. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down. Instead, it's incomplete. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, and I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be. I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Coming out throwing. Here's Ward. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Come on.
1st and 10 here. Ward. He rolls to his right. He's keeping it. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Ward in the pistol. Catch made. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Escapes the pocket. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway. That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards. 2nd down pass play coming. Throwing the out route complete. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. Running from the pistol here with Genty. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down. He's going to throw it. It's a screen play to Genty. He works it down to the edge of the red zone. Devin White hauls him down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Lg. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders hold a slim 2-point lead early. Mackay on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Marvin Mims now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Quick pay. There to take him down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Third down, line to gain, 9 yards out.
Let's go. Ready.
Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Broncos 14, Raiders 10. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. That's complete inside the 35. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders take the lead on the first play of the drive.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Gay with the point after. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
Raiders 17, Broncos 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Harvey now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the set.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Come on.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. It's an early lead for the Raiders. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at first down here. Getting out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And this one doesn't go far. Goes to the hurry up here.
60 by 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
60 by 6.
Ward off the play fake. Chased out to his right. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Here we go, here we go. Empty Cardinal,
It's going to throw here on third. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Raiders.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
This is Genty on second. And that's good for a gain of 5. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. They're down to their final one in this half. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Ready? 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's the backup. First throw. Hits him on the out route. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
This one finds Thornton. Racing down the left side. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders make it a 9-point advantage. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Bronco 80.
From the gun, it's Ward. Downfield is finds Waddle. He's still going at the 30. Keeps himself upright. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos reduce the lead to just 4. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Pitch play to Jency. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's two looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are you doing, bro?
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. We'll go with a design keeper. And he's officially into enemy territory now, and they're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 13 yards. It's 2nd down.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Brings it in at the 12. Nothing to complain about on this return as he gets it beyond the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Tag 69, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
To the air with Ward. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. They're going play action. Connects on the crosser. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Steady.
They'll go play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Finds his man over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Ready.
Ward in the pistol. This is a heater going deep. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Back to pass on second and short. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Intended target was his running back. And that leaves him with third and short.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
From the gun on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he reaches the 35 before going out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Here's the final play of our first half. Back to throw it. It's a screen play to Genty. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. If you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
60 by 6. It's now second and 19.
Throwing now off the play action. Running in the red zone. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Offense up to the line fast.
17 yards on the play. It's now third down.
It's a third down give to Harvey. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run. Momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Harvey is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Raiders 24. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Brock Bowers the touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
31. Broncos 28.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Harvey now to return it. Escapes a defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got first and 10.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So it'll be second down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Second and 10, still at the 28.
Panther 11. Come on.
Off the play fake, here's Ward. It isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Rolling left, buying some time. And that's a live football. It is bouncing near the goal line. And it goes out inside the 5-yard line. That was near catastrophe, but instead, they're going to hang on to the football. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a nice return. Has him looking at a very short field now.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We've set it down from 37. Here's Genty running right. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. So that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Pass play coming here. Going left side, Bowers has it. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They gain 11 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. Straight ahead with Genty. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on. Brock, add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
To the air on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
And the Raider first down. First down, Las Vegas.
Genty can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Complete on the option. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders making a 9-point advantage.
I have a little sense, Kate, that equipment manager is going to find a way to keep that football for this QB. Yeah, he was a dual threat guy in college, but that's his first in the NFL using his legs.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Ward. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
18 Pioneer. Dragon 60.
From the gun, it's Ward. Forced out to his right. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
On the go.
First and 10 from the 43.
60 Maverick. 60 Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Now Ward. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 25. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. Pick up there of 39 yards. And it's going to be first down Denver.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And the QB just nailed it.
And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. That's where they're going to be set up for this first and goal.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Ward off the play fake. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making a 4-point game here in the fourth. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth.
Raiders 38, Broncos 35. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Setting up the running back screen. Fights his way through a tackle. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
First and 10 from the 32.
Let's go. Go.
Looking in the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
That's Genty underneath. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
Offense is set. First and 10.
70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight.
From the red zone on first. He's got a man left. And this one does not go far.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They are throwing it again. They did it! He made the interception! Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. The 40. Into the red zone. And the Broncos have some new life in the fourth. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. Setting up, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
To throw. This one's caught. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here he is to throw. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
He'll look to throw it. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty.
Here we go, set. 19, trap 60, trap 60. Let's go.
Setting up to pass. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you get more interceptions.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into...
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off, Brandon Jones. And the Broncos make the play that should win them this game. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
70 Ranger. Warriors, 70.
They're going to pass it here. Connects on the crosser. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop, Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the 1st down. This game is over.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup, you got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
So it's a win for the Broncos. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing